Aries, it's January 21st, and here is your reading for today. I'm seeing a real tension here between giving and receiving. Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles pushes you to share wisely. Think lending money without strings, volunteering time without expecting applause. But wait, don't get caught overextending. That's the trap. Six of Pentacles warns against giving so much you forget your own needs. You've done that before. I'm seeing a scenario where maybe you offered help and it wasn't matched, or you're holding back because you feel unappreciated. The Six of Pentacles asks, are you practicing gratitude for what you get, or are you just keeping score? That's a slippery slope. Ask for help when you need it. It's okay. You're not weak. You might be used to being the giver, the rock, the one everyone leans on. Receiving is just as vital as giving. There's an equilibrium here, and it's fragile. If one side tips too far, resentment creeps in. You might feel drained or taken for granted. Or maybe you're holding back, waiting for someone to step up first. That's no way to live. Look at your relationships. Are they balanced? Are you supporting others while also letting them support you? This card's behavioral anchors are clear. Give without strings, ask for help without shame, and share resources smartly. That's how you keep the balance. The tension you're feeling? It's the universe nudging you to check your boundaries. Are you saying yes when you mean no? Or no when part of you wants to say yes? Don't give out of guilt or obligation. Gratitude is your secret weapon here. Notice when someone helps you. Say thank you. And when you give, do it with joy, not expectation. The energy flips when you give freely. It invites more abundance, more harmony. I'm seeing a subtle warning too. Watch out for imbalance in your closest bonds. If you're always the giver and never the receiver, that's unsustainable. You're allowed to say, I need you now. Balance your energy. Share your resources, yes, but don't forget to fill your own cup. That's the dance. That's the art. And you're learning it right now. Remember, generosity doesn't mean self-sacrifice. It means wise, conscious sharing. It means being open to receiving help without shame or hesitation. That's the new chapter you're stepping into. So, Aries, look around. Who needs your help? And who can you lean on without guilt? Don't ignore this tension. It's the signpost pointing you toward healthier, more balanced relationships. The Empress is showing up here, and she's all about nurturing abundance and creativity. I'm seeing you stepping into a vibe where growth isn't just possible, it's necessary. The Empress is basically waving a flag saying, create, nourish, bloom. She wants you to start a new project, cook something hearty, or just spend time outside soaking in life's simple pleasures. Look, the Empress isn't about rushing or forcing things. She's patient, steady, and deeply rooted in comfort. So if you've been neglecting self-care because you were too busy trying to keep everyone else afloat, the Empress is calling you out. You can't pour from an empty cup. Start nurturing your own soil before expecting anything to grow. Wait, I'm seeing a warning here too. The Empress can overdo it. She can smother with too much love or indulge in excess. So don't overextend yourself again. You've been there. You know it leads to burnout or resentment. Instead, get clear about what truly feeds your soul and your body. Maybe it's a walk in nature, or finally carving out time to cook a meal that feels like a hug. Maybe it's setting boundaries so you actually have space to create. Creativity isn't just about art or projects. It's about how you live and breathe daily. The Empress is asking you to find comfort in your routine. Fill your days with things that make you feel alive, grounded, and abundant. Remember, life's pleasures aren't indulgences, they're essentials, so prioritize them. Don't let guilt creep in when you say no to extra demands or yes to your own joy. I'm seeing some of you might resist this. You might think self-nurturing means being selfish or lazy. Actually, no, it's the opposite. The Empress reminds you that nurturing yourself creates a ripple effect. When you're full, you give better. You love better. You show up with more energy and clarity. This also feels like a perfect moment to start something fresh. That creative spark you've been ignoring? The Empress is lighting it up again. It could be a hobby, a side hustle, or just a new way of thinking about your day, today. Start small, plant a seed. Watch what grows when you give it space and care. But here's the catch. Don't choke that growth by trying to control everything. The Empress nurtures, but she doesn't smother. So if you're micromanaging or trying to fix every little thing, ease up. Trust the process. Let things breathe. That's where true abundance lives. So, bottom line, the Empress is pushing you to reclaim your power through self-care and creativity. Don't just give, receive. Don't just push. Pause and nurture. Find comfort in your body, your space, your time. Cook a meal that feeds you. Walk outside and feel the earth. Start that project you've been putting off. You're ready for this new chapter of growth. It's in your hands, literally. The Empress says, take care of yourself. Watch what blooms. Two of Cups, reversed. This card is shouting imbalance in your relationships right now. I'm seeing you or someone close is pulling away. Maybe you stopped answering texts. Maybe you avoided eye contact at dinner. That's the Two of Cups, reversed, showing silent treatment and miscommunication. There's tension building, and it's not just in your head. When the Two of Cups flips, it's like the emotional bank account is overdrawn. Someone's giving too much, someone's shutting down. You can't rebuild trust by pretending everything's fine. You might be waiting for the other person to fix it, but that won't happen unless you both speak up. Look at your actions. Have you been avoiding difficult conversations? Maybe you left a voicemail and didn't follow up. Or maybe you've been holding a grudge silently, letting resentment simmer. This card demands you address conflicts head-on. Don't sweep things under the rug. I'm not saying go nuclear. It's not about blaming or yelling. It's about seeking understanding. You might say, hey, I feel ignored when you don't reply. Or, I notice we're not connecting like before. Those small moves show you're willing to rebuild. This card asks for that honesty, even if it's uncomfortable. What's tricky is that emotional imbalance often comes from old patterns. Maybe you always give more and they pull back. Or maybe you shut down as a defense when you feel vulnerable. Recognize it. You're repeating behaviors that keep you stuck in this disharmony. Don't let this slide into emotional withdrawal. It's so tempting to ghost or freeze out someone who hurt you, but that only widens the gap. Instead, try a small step. A text, a question, a direct eye contact moment, even if it feels awkward. Watch for unspoken resentment too. If you're stewing in anger but not saying why, that's the silent poison. You can't rebuild a connection with invisible walls. This card urges you to take the risk of vulnerability. It's scary, but necessary. Remember, this isn't just about others. Sometimes you're the one causing the imbalance by ignoring your own emotional needs. Maybe you've been so focused on fixing others, you forgot to check in with yourself. That means setting boundaries, so you don't disappear emotionally. I see you're realizing these patterns now. That's important. Awareness is the first step out of the cycle. Now it's time to speak up, even if your voice shakes. You might want to write down what you want to say first, rehearse it, then test the waters. Silence will only grow the rift. So what do? Stop avoiding. Stop holding grudges. Pick up the phone or face the person. Say the hard things. I want us to be better. I'm scared of losing what we have. I need you to meet me halfway. This card is not about doom. It's about opportunity, an invitation to rebuild, but only if you're willing to be honest and direct. You already know the stakes. Don't let disconnection become permanent. Step into the discomfort. It's the only way back to balance. The sun shines bright here, lighting up everything you've been feeling around emotional boundaries. The sun screams clarity and success, but not just any success. I'm talking about the kind that comes from finally knowing where to say enough. You've been balancing so much, giving, receiving, nurturing, and now the sun is saying, step into your joy, Aries. Claim your space without guilt. It's that moment when you realize protecting your peace isn't selfish. It's necessary. You caught that, didn't you? That tension earlier about how much you give before you get drained? The sun is your green light to celebrate the wins where you stood up for yourself. Maybe you set a boundary with someone who kept pushing. Maybe you said no when you wanted to say yes before. Whatever it was, the sun celebrates that. You expressed gratitude to yourself for honoring your needs. You didn't hide your light. You shared your truth openly and it felt good. Don't doubt that success. Wait, hold on. The sun also warns here, don't get cocky. It's easy to ride this wave and think you're invincible. You're not. This isn't about being overconfident or thinking you don't need others. It's about recognizing the power in your clarity and using it to build stronger connections. The sun says, celebrate your wins, but don't take joy for granted. That small victory of saying no without guilt, that's huge. Don't brush it off like it's nothing. I'm seeing you sharing good news with someone close. Maybe telling them, I'm doing better because I finally put my feelings first. That's the sun energy, shining your vitality out loud. It's about joy that's contagious. You're inviting others to celebrate your growth too, not just to show off, but to inspire. You're building a new chapter where emotional balance means clear boundaries and honest communication, but also genuine happiness. Here's the thing. The sun isn't just about you alone. It asks you to spread that light. Share your gratitude. Maybe thank someone who supported you while you worked through this. Or simply celebrate your own progress with a ritual. Light a candle, dance, laugh, whatever feels right. The sun pushes you to embrace positivity fully. No hiding your light, no dimming down to keep peace. But beware. Don't let this shine turn into arrogance. The sun is bright, yes, but it's also warm and humble. You're successful here because you're honest, not because you're perfect. Keep that humility in check. Celebrate your wins with grace. Keep grounding your energy in gratitude, not ego. You knew the tension earlier about communication and emotional imbalance? The sun clears the fog. You see now where to draw the line and how to hold it with joy, not resentment. It's a turning point in how you relate emotionally. This clarity is a game changer. You're no longer lost in confusion or overextending yourself. You're stepping into the light of your own success and happiness. So, what do you do next? Keep setting those boundaries. Keep celebrating the small wins. Keep sharing your joy and gratitude openly. The sun says, this is the moment to shine because you've earned it. Don't hide that glow. Don't doubt your growth. You're moving forward with clarity and vitality. This is your time. Knight of Cups, reversed. Right out the gate, this card screams emotional turbulence. The Knight of Cups reversed is showing you where mood swings and unrealistic expectations have been steering your ship off course. They hit hard and fast. That roller coaster, it's draining you. Look at what's really going on. The Knight of Cups reversed is calling out the danger of chasing fantasies that don't hold water. Maybe you caught yourself daydreaming about love or success, painting pictures so perfect they couldn't possibly be real. You set yourself up for disappointment. That's the trap right here. You wanted this emotional wave to carry you somewhere magical, but it's just tossed you into a storm instead. You've been riding out emotional outbursts, either from yourself or others, and it's exhausting. Stop acting on whims. Stop letting every mood swing dictate your actions. Remember that emotional instability isn't a badge of passion. It's a warning sign. You're not less for feeling deeply, but you need to find a steady place inside. Set realistic expectations. That's the pivot here. You can't keep chasing the idealized version of what you want, whether it's in love, work, or your personal growth. Start small. Set boundaries that protect your heart from unnecessary bruises. You might have been ignoring some emotional cues, like red flags or gut feelings that told you to slow down or step back. This card warns you not to do that anymore. Pay attention. If someone's moodiness is triggering your own, call it out. If your own mind is spinning tales of perfect endings, reel it in. Emotional balance doesn't mean shutting down. It means tuning in without getting swept away. I'm seeing a turning point here. Clarity on necessary emotional boundaries. You've been dancing on the edge of disillusionment, but now it's time to mark the line. Protect your energy by recognizing what's real and what's fantasy. Don't let idealism blind you. Ground yourself in actions, not just feelings. Instead of daydreaming about what could be, make a small move toward what is. Write down your boundaries, say no when you mean no, and take a breath before reacting to emotional triggers. You're not weak for needing this pause. You're smart. You're learning to navigate emotional waters without capsizing. Remember, this isn't about shutting down your heart. It's about protecting it from unnecessary storms. That emotional turbulence? It's a signpost, not a sentence. You're ready to set the bar for yourself and others. No more mood swings running the show. You're stepping into a new rhythm. Emotional stability isn't boring. It's power. It lets you love deeper, act clearer, and live freer. Don't ignore that call. It's no surprise, but now it's crystal clear. Boundaries are your lifeline. Grab hold. All right, Aries, we're closing this out by putting it all together. The Six of Pentacles is front and center here, calling you to balance your giving and receiving. Now's the time to ask, what support do you need, like when clarity felt uncomfortable earlier? Don't give with strings or guilt. You deserve to receive without feeling selfish. If you've been overextending, stop. Say no. Ask for help. That's not weakness, it's equilibrium. Now, the Empress steps in, shining her nurturing light on you. This card says, nurture yourself like you would a new idea or a garden. Stop ignoring your needs, because the thing you knew before I said it was self-care is essential. Cook that meal, start that creative project, spend time in nature. It's the soil where your whole life grows. But don't smother yourself or others, okay? There's a sweet spot between indulgence and neglect. There's a tension with the Two of Cups, reversed. This card screams relationship imbalance. You might be avoiding a tough talk or holding on to resentment. Don't do that. You've got to face this head on. Silence and avoidance only feed the disconnect. Look them in the eye. Say what's real. Rebuild trust or walk away with clarity. Emotional imbalance isn't sustainable. Now, see the sun? That's your win. The sun is pure joy, success, clarity. Celebrate your victories no matter how small. You don't need to hide your light or downplay your progress. Share the good news. Smile like you mean it. But watch out for arrogance. Happiness isn't proof you're better than anyone else. It's proof you're healing. That's emotional turbulence knocking at your door. Unrealistic expectations, mood swings, chasing fantasies that don't exist. You might have been caught up in idealism or disappointment. Stop chasing shadows. Ground yourself. Set real goals. Don't act on every whim or emotional outburst. This card warns, emotional instability will drain you faster than you think. The Nine of Swords reversed is the light at the end of this emotional tunnel. It shows you're releasing anxiety and fear. You're starting to heal, letting go of what kept you up at night. Keep journaling. Talk it out. Meditate. Don't isolate yourself now. The progress you've made is real, but it's fragile. Protect your peace. Then there's the Queen of Cups, reversed. This card says you've been emotionally overwhelmed and lacking boundaries. You've been saying yes when you meant no. Absorbing others' pain like a sponge. That drains your soul. It's time to set boundaries. Prioritize yourself. Manage your emotions. Don't lose yourself trying to fix everyone else. Emotional burnout is real, and you're close to it if you're not careful. So here's the finale, Aries. The work you've been avoiding, the honest talks, setting boundaries, asking for help, that work sets you free. Balance giving and receiving. Nurture yourself with creativity and care. Face relationship issues instead of running from them. Celebrate your wins without arrogance. Ground your emotions. Release your fears. Protect your heart. You're not just surviving, you're integrating all these lessons. The Six of Pentacles reminds you, generosity without balance is just exhaustion. The Empress says, care fuels growth. The Two of Cups, reversed, demands truth in your connections. The sun lights your path forward. The Nine of Swords, reversed, tells you healing is possible. And the Queen of Cups, reversed, calls you to guard your heart fiercely. Now it's time to act. The work you've been putting off, that's the key. Start small. Speak your truth. Set your boundaries. Celebrate your light. Protect your peace. Do this, and freedom isn't a dream. It's your reality. You got this, Aries. Okay, that's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please like, subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.